वेलकम बैक नाजरीन। और ब्रेक पे जाने से पहले हम बात कर रहे थे फैसल साहब से जो कि PDMA के डायरेक्टर थे, और अब मेरे साथ हम जानते हैं कि चूँकि मैं कॉन्सुलेट में हूँ आज चाइना के, तो हमेशा की तरह कराची के अंदर चाइना के तैनात कौंसल जनरल मिस्टर ली बेजान मेरे साथ मौजूद है, और उनसे जानेंगे कि अब इस सैलाबी सूरत हाल से जो नागहानी आफत आई है पाकिस्तान के अंदर, वो क्या कर रहे हैं। साथ ही इससे पहले भी बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज़ जारी रहीं, कोविड के दरमियान भी, पेंडेमिक के अंदर भी बहुत काम किया, और अब फिर अच्छा उनका एक बड़ा अच्छा जेस्टर ये कि वो खुद भी जो है बहुत ज़्यादा कीन इंटरेस्ट लेते हैं इस तरह की चीज़ों में, हमेशा बहुत एक्टिव रहते हैं। सो हमारे तो हमेशा की जो ऑडियंस है उसको पता ही है कि वो किस तरह से हमारे साथ मुख्तलिफ औकात पे इंटरव्यूज़ देते भी हैं। सो इट्स एन ऑनर फॉर मी टू हैव हिम अगेन वंस अगेन इन माई प्रोग्राम, द कौंसल जनरल ऑफ चाइना इन कराची, मिस्टर ली बेजान। Let's welcome him. Thank you so very much, Excellency, for giving us your precious time once again.
Thank you, Rida. Thank you very much that you K21 to interview me today here. First of all, I'd like to say hello to my audience. I miss your audience. For a long time, we haven't met, and I will really miss you and want to say hello to you. And assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. So, Excellency, as we know it, that whatever the time we faced in any crucial manner or in any pandemic, China has always stood with the Pakistani nation, with Pakistan as a friend country, and always it helped us in any way. And now we are facing this catastrophe, which is very unfortunate, and this is a very we can call it a national disaster all over in Pakistan. So how do you see this? And first of all, I wanted to have your words on it, that how do you see this all, and as you are here in Karachi and you also look after the Balochistan as well, so perhaps you visited places as well, so how did you see that, how much the damage has been done, and so far first of all I would like to say that you should have to tell about this all, that what you have feelings about this all catastrophe.
Thank you. I see that this year the floods is really very big, and the damages caused by the floods, I think it's unseen, maybe in 50 years, even 100 years. I think everybody, these are new challenges, new difficulties, and the damages happened and caused by the floods is huge. And you can see the footages of the TV stations, and all the farmlands are flooded. The farm crops have been damaged, destroyed, and the houses flushed away, and the roads, bridges flushed away, and even more than 100 people lost their lives. This is really huge and a big damage caused. And we, as brothers and sisters, we really very saddened, feel saddened by the disaster. And ever since the beginning of the disaster, my government and the people has attaching great importance to Pakistan, and we are following the situation closely and expressing our sympathy and solidarity in a very big way. And my president, President Xi Jinping, has sent a message of sympathy to your president,
yes.
Aniy, and our prime minister also send a message of sympathy to his counterpart, Shahbaz Sharif. And my government has already announced for the first batch of emergency aid. That is roughly about $15 million.
All right.
Yeah. And in the past 2 days, we sent 4 transport cargo planes, and brought some of the tents, equipment, medicines desperately needed on the ground, to Karachi, and we handed it over there. So, of course, we are doing some other things, and the China Red Crescent Society has donated $300,000 cash aid to your counterpart.
All right.
And the Chinese companies are also doing in a big way to raise funds for the flood-affected population, and we want to give them the first, assistance, and to see their misery to be mitigated. And today you see the MCC company, the president is here, and his company is so generous. Company is difficult to make money, making profit because the pandemic is here. It's very difficult, but even by saying that, the company MCC has tried their best and show a very heavy and big heart to our brothers and sisters in Pakistan. $250,000 that's the big amount as the company is concerned. Okay, so I think if we put all this together, this shows the strong solidarity and the strong sympathy of Chinese government and people to our brothers and sisters of Pakistan.
That's great. That's again, I must appreciate it, and it's a great initiative. And on behalf of Pakistani people, I really appreciate the efforts, as I always did it. And so far as we all know that in whole world, the climate is getting changed, and the global warming we are facing, and there are so many challenges that we all are facing. Keeping in that view, the situation you've seen recently in Pakistan due to this climate changes. So, how China is particularly dealing with such disasters if this kind of such situation comes up in China?
Well, I think you're right that the climate is really changing, and in order to climate change is a reality, and because of human activities, and because of industrialization and all those things, but I think that now that every country are facing the new challenges, and I think this is a common challenge. We should come up together to come with a concerted effort and come up with a concerted solution to deal with the situation. And to deal with climate issue, we should not only to see what is happening now. We should looking after maybe 50 years back, 100 years back, ever since the industrialization process starts. So I think every human being are a part of this planet, a part of humanity. So we should come up together to address the issue in a concerted way. And we should not blame each other, and we should show the common responsibility. The common responsibility in a differentiated way. And industrialized countries, I mean the developed countries, should bear the bulk of responsibilities to transfer of the technologies and provide enough fund to the developing countries to help them to mitigate the climate change effects.
Is there any thought, Excellency, sorry to cut you in between, the same point which actually I wanted to address our viewers, because China has developed so much in a very quick time in terms of technology, in terms of so many things. So we get amazed by seeing it, that how quickly you people have developed so many things in a very short span of time. So do you have any thoughts to transfer or to suggest some kind of technology to Pakistan so we could get over it with this situation, and any reforms which you think to be suggested?
Yeah, thank you. Then you see China, I mean that at the beginning I said this is a common world, and even though China is a newcomer in terms of the climate change, and our industrialization just happened in the past few decades, okay, and but China is a responsible country, and my government is committed to deal with climate change in a very consistent and strong way. And you see, in China, my government has made commitment to the whole world that we will reach the emission CO2 peak in 2030, and we'll have carbon neutrality by the year of 2060. Okay, and China now, we have invested huge back in China in renewable energies. China now is the largest investor and the largest developer in the world in the renewable energy sector, and we have the largest, solar power farms and windmills in the whole world. So, and at the same time, and my government, especially President Xi Jinping, pay much attention to the improvement of the environment. Number one is that we are developing new renewable energy. That is number one. And number two, we are making new forest. Okay, every year we are planting so many trees. Some miracles were made. We turn the deserts into forest. That happened in China. Yeah, that happened in China in a very big way. And thirdly, that is we are reducing the using of coal, reducing the using of those old equipment to speed up the pace of building an environmentally friendly country. So we come to the transfer of technology to Pakistan in terms of renewable energy, and I think that we're just introducing, we are doing in a very big way. And we have been helping Pakistan to solve its energy issue, energy problem, in a very concerted and integrated way.
Right.
Number one, that we are helping you and transfer technology of solar energy, and we have set up so many solar power plants in different provinces. And in the province, I think we have the largest presence of this solar farms. And right now we are trying to bring the solar equipment and the technology to transfer the technology to Pakistani producers in a very big way. And I think the Pakistani enterprises are coming up also in a very big way. And secondly, for farming, wind farm, we also helped Pakistan in a very big way. We set up, a few farm mills in the wind corridors in Sindh province, in Balochistan, in Punjab, this region. So these power plants are serving, providing clean energy in a very big way. And thirdly, that we are trying to transfer the nuclear technology to your government. And despite of the pandemic in the past 2 years, and we completed construction on K2, K3. You know that? Yeah. So K2 and K3 now has been put into operation, and supplying clean energy to the whole Pakistani nation. So in this way that we are doing a great job.
That's very great. I just quickly wanted to know about today's activity now, because I would love to have words with you so on CPEC and other things as well, but we'll later on do it on it. But today, as we are talking about particularly about this flood scenario, so I would like to know the quick brief about this activity which happened today. We've seen it, and how much donation has come up from MCC, and how further the other donations are coming in upcoming near future. I would like to have those things as well.
Okay, today's donation actually is made by the two subsidiaries of MCC, and one is Sandak Copper Mine Company Limited. Another one is Duda lead and zinc companies, and these two companies just belongs to and affiliated to MCC. And these two projects are located in Pakistan, in Balochistan. And today, as I mentioned, that these two companies, because of the pandemic, because of the floods, they are also suffering. But they are trying to provide these donations to show their support to the local people, especially in Balochistan. And as you know, that Balochistan is badly, affected by this heavy floods, and people are suffering. And today, I think this donation, the total donations, $250,000 US dollars. That roughly equals about 60 million PKs. So I think that this money has been directly donated to the PDMA Balochistan. And I hope that Balochistan PDMA will fully utilize this fund to bring the relief goods as quickly as possible to the ground and hand over to the local people, and because they are desperately need this. So I think you see, I really thank this company. And before this company, these two companies, before this today's donation, all Chinese companies, 2 weeks before, they made a collective donation, and the money has been handed over by my ambassador in Islamabad to your federal government, and that money has become, a part of the Prime Minister's Office Fund, relief fund. So I think that I hope this donation will bring at least some certain relief to the people affected by floods.
All right. Well, one last question I would like to know, and a quick answer, that do we have any, if we talk about the CPAC, so do we have any contingencies in CPAC to cater for such disasters as maybe it does cater for flood, etc., like reservoirs or canals, small dams, shelter homes, or safety of existing structure from floods?
Okay. For the CPAC or non-CPAC projects, any companies, from China are operating in Pakistan, my government has a strong, request all the companies to fully, utilize to fully carry out the social responsibility.
Right.
What does that mean? That means that any projects operating in Pakistan, they should use a certain amount of their profits to invest and to help the local people, either by setting up schools, providing water, and set up clinics, and also any other necessary assistance that the local people needed. When the floods happened, that all the companies have been doing their own, and they are providing the food ration bags to the local community. They are trying to help the local community to rebuild the roads, bridges flushed away by the floods, and thirdly, they are helping the local people to rebuild their homes.
Yeah, that's right. But actually, what I wanted to know particularly, that what I meant for the question, that as we have combined projects in Gwadar, as we know that China and Pakistan, but now keeping in view these flood situation and the climate changes which recently we've seen in Pakistan, so do we have taken the measures or contingencies for all these things to be safe in this kind of situation? It has come up in Gwadar or in CPAC projects like small riveries or dams and
Yes, the Chinese companies, we from the very beginning we have this contingent plans and arrangement for all the companies to deal with these disasters. Whenever what happens, they will have a plan to deal with it. And that's number one. Number two, we have we ask the Chinese companies to reserve, to have some relief reserves, like water, biscuits, ration bags. Whenever this happens, they can immediately utilize it. And thirdly, they have, we ask them to prepare enough equipment. When this disaster happens, they can use it right now. Yeah. Yes.
So thank you so very much once
Thank you.
again,
Thank you.
Excellency, and it's been great to have your words with you every time. And as you people are standing with Pakistan and Pakistani nation in every good or sad moment or something like it, you always cheer up our moments with us and always stand besides with us in every situation, or especially in this catastrophe as well. So we would like to thank you once again, and any message you wanted to say, so you can say to our audience.
Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me this time to interview me. You know, China and Pakistan are friendly countries. These relations have been timely tasted, okay? And I always say that whenever you have difficulty, and that is our common difficulties, your challenge is our challenge, and we are brothers and sisters. So whenever what happens, like the disaster, floods, earthquakes happens, and we are always standing together. And you know, just so I'm talking to my Chinese media. In 2008, when we had earthquake in China, in my province, and Pakistan came to help us. The first,
Right.
they brought the first aid to the people, affected by the earthquake. So we're doing the same. You see, these relations are time tested. I'm looking forward, we're working very closely, and looking forward to see that the people on the ground, especially the people affected by the floods, they will try their best to recover as soon as possible, and to start the reconstruction process as soon as possible, to restart their plantation, especially farmland, as soon as possible. I think that, and I assure you, China is always behind you. China is always standing together
Thank
with you,
you.
and will stand
So generous.
together with our brother and sister.
So generous.
We'll give you the support.
थैंक यू, सो जनरस, थैंक यू एक्सेलेंसी। नाज़रीन, अब बिल बजान साहब की आपने बातें सुनी, और डेफिनेट सी बात है, हमेशा चाइना पाकिस्तान के साथ खड़ा हुआ है, ना सिर्फ इनसे बल्कि अभी हम बात करेंगे यहाँ जो MCC के चेयरमैन हैं उनसे भी बात करेंगे, और प्रोग्राम में आपको उनकी भी बात सुनाएंगे। तो यहाँ एक ब्रेक लेती हूँ, ब्रेक के बाद वापस आ रही हूँ, आपने कहीं नहीं जाना, स्टे ट्यून्ड।